Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be discussing about the program status register transfer instructions. So what do you mean by status register? As we have already discussed in the previous sessions, we have two important status register, that is CPSR and SPSR. Okay, CPSR is current program status register. SPSR is saved program status register, and both of them have the same format. Okay, they are 32-bit registers with 4 fields, that is flags, status, extension and control, each of 8-bit width. So what is the CPSR? CPSR is the register which holds the current processor state. That is, it includes information such as the mode of the processor, the interrupts, whether they are enabled, disabled, such informations, instruction set, that is whether the processor is executing ARM or thumb instructions, and also the flags, that is this NZCV flag. Okay, and when it comes to SPSR or saved program status register, this saves the CPSR during exceptions. Okay, and both can be modified only in privileged modes. We have total 7 modes in ARM. Among them, 6 are privileged. One is user mode, which can only alter the conditional flag, while these 6 modes can alter any of these fields. So now, since we know some basics of CPSR and SPSR, next what we need to know is, can we use a simple move instruction which we have already studied in order to update the contents of CPSR? Can we do something like this? No, it's not possible. Okay, you will see errors because these are some special registers which cannot be directly used in this particular instruction, and they have their own set of instructions in order to transfer any data into this particular register, in short, to modify this particular content, or in order to move its content into some other register. Okay, so let's learn more about it. So very first instruction we are seeing here is MRS. This is used to move to the register from status. That is, this is its syntax. You write MRS followed by any conditional code if required. Next to that, you have the destination register to which you want to copy the content of the program status register. And which particular status register you have to consider? You can consider any of this. It can either be CPSR or SPSR. Let me give a very small example. I'm not including any conditional code here. You can use it as per your convenience. I can write something like this. So what will happen? The entire 32-bit content of the current program status register will be copied into ARM1, and then you can perform any required operation on this particular register. Fine. So this is performing a read operation of the contents of CPSR and storing the data into register ARM1. Now here this can be any general purpose register. Next what we have is MSR, and this is its syntax. Okay, as you can notice here, okay, either you can copy the content of register into specified field of the program status register. What do you mean by field? We already saw there are 4 different fields under the CPSR or SPSR, that is control, flag, status and extension field. Okay, you can modify any one of this field, or you can combine all these codes here in the field section, and you can try to modify the entire 32-bit also. Okay, so any of that is possible. And next thing that you notice here is, either you can copy the content of register into these fields, or you can copy the content of an immediate value. Okay, but you should be careful while considering the immediate value. It should always be, okay, if it's a 32-bit data, then we should be able to convert it into an 8-bit data. okay, which when rotated even number of times generates this 32-bit value. This we have discussed when we learnt about move operation, about what sort of immediate values are allowed. So even in this case, you cannot use any random 32-bit value. Okay, fine. Now we just give an example here. I can write an instruction MSR, okay, CPSR underscore F, comma R3. What will this do? R3 content LDR instruction R3 comma equal to 0x ABCDEF 1 2. Then if I'm using F field, that is the flag field, then what will happen is only this content, that is AB here, will be updated in the CPSR's flag field. Okay, that is, let's assume your initial CPSR content was after this particular instruction is executed, only this content will be modified. It will be something like AB0000D3. Okay, this is one thing you should know. And this F, you can replace it with C, S or X. Okay, you can either modify the control bits, status bits or extension bit. Okay, that is one thing you should know. And then you have the second format. You can use a constant here. Yes, so this is a 32-bit value, but it can be converted into an 8-bit value, something like this, by even number of quotations. So this value is valid. And so what will happen if you execute this? Just that flag field, if we consider the initial case of CPSR, same like that time, this here is an hexadecimal value, just the top field will be changed to something like this. Okay, but what if I want to modify two of the fields? Then how will I write it? I'll modify it as something like this, C followed by F, and there is no specific order. In any order if you write, there is no problem. It will just consider the position and update accordingly. What will happen if I write C and F here? I want to update both control and the flag. So control bits here are supposed to be 0. So what will happen? This is how the output will change. And again, if you want to modify the entire 32-bit data, now how will I modify the entire CPSR content? For that, I have to use the instruction MSR CPSR underscore CFSX, something like this. So all fields are included here. So entire value A, B, C, D, E, F, 12 will be the newly updated value of the CPSR register. Okay, and not only CPSR, in all cases where I have considered, and even in the previous instruction MSR, I can just replace something like this and my output will be updated. Okay, so the instruction applies in the same way to both CPSR and SPSR. You can use it as per your requirement.